Team looks really, really powerful this year. Returning nine underclass and bringing on Grace Chung from Ontario. So now we're going to have 3 ladies from Canada. And I think we look pretty good this year. We should be at the top half of the Big Ten rather than, bottom half of the Big Ten. So yeah. I think we have a good chance this year of winning some tournaments down the road.
Absolutely.
How are you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel a lot better. It was definitely a process, and I took my medicine, talked to the doctors. They said, Ellen, you need to rest, and I did. Got strengthened backed up, and I'm almost 100%, which is nice. Just got to take it day by day and see what happens.
So
but
even though you won at not 100% in the tournament?
No, I mean, my elbow would never be 100% because I have to take care of it every day. But it was a great win and definitely added more confidence to my game coming into the season, which is really nice.
Is that refreshing to be able to come back and succeed right away?
Absolutely. It's always nice to have a win coming into the season and to hopefully have that momentum going into the fall season. And hopefully, our teammates could come together, which, these group of girls that were coming, even though we didn't lose anyone, it's still going to be a great bond. So I'm actually really looking forward to that.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the injury?
I had golfer's elbow, inside left elbow.
Okay. It's very similar to tennis elbow, right?
Yeah, but on the inside.
So what's the recovery process for that? Is that just
Rest, ice, stimulation, but basically do nothing with the elbow until the inflammation has calmed down.
How did it bother you? Did it affect your swing?
Yeah, it was very painful. We were at Big Ten previews back in last fall, and coming into the tournament, it was fine and everything, and then I don't know if it was one particular shot I hit during the practice the week beforehand or what, but it just was a very sharp pain. And that was, the determination of me not playing a cricket stick, which was our, next tournament. So I rested it over the Christmas break, and I thought it would be better and everything since I was off it, not swinging at all. And then I came back and actually went down to Philly at the Rothman Institute, and I got an elbow specialist down there. And he's like, Ellen, you're done. You're done for the season. You're done for spring. You need to get this healed, get this, strengthening up again so you could be back for the fall. And, that's what I did. It was, hardest decision of my life back then. And, it was a blessing in disguise. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of patience. And, I'm stronger than ever coming into the fall season.
I know you don't want to be there at all, but if you're in the sand or in the rough, do you feel it at all? When you're swimming?
I did. It was funny because when we had practices, at the end of the season last year, if we had a bunker shot or if rough, I'd be like, Coach, I can't do that. But now it's whatever. It was funny because in the PA Amateur, on the 18th hole of my last match, I was plugged right into the bunker. Wet sand, it was terrible, and I said screw the elbow, and and I hit as hard as I could, and it was fine, and that was another indicator that my elbow was strengthening up, which was really good. So.
Along with Ellen, you had a few other girls who have been playing in some big tournaments.
Yes.
Including the junior or the USAM.
Yeah, Emily Ransone, she qualified for the U.S. Women's Amateur. She also had won the Delaware State Championship with Christina Vosters coming in runner-up position. So that's nice where you have a Penn Stater winning the tournament and then a Penn Stater runner-up position. Elise Archambault from Quebec, she had won the Quebec Match Play Championship Caitlin Elliott finished 6th. Goodness, where was that? Oh, the Ontario Junior Girls. So we have had a lot of success out there this summer. Along with that, Erin Michael, she won the Cincinnati Metropolitan Match Play Tournament. So, you know, it's always nice to see the girls have success during the summer, so you know that they're out there, they're playing. And when they come back in the fall, it's such a quick turnaround from your first day of practice to your first competition, which is September 9th in Charleston. So it's a quick turnaround, but it's always nice to see that they're winning during the summer and they're in shape coming back.
I haven't seen your schedule yet. What other good destinations do you have?
We start off in Charleston, and then we're going to go to Yale. Following Yale, we have our home match, the Nittany Lion Invitational. And then from there, we have the Mercedes. Mercedes is Tennessee's tournament, and then we go to UNLV. And then that wraps up our fall. So a couple big tournaments. The Mercedes, the Cougar Classic, they are highly competitive. They have some big hitters there, so that's a good testament to how we're going to be this fall.
Having hosted the NCAA's last year, but not being able to participate yourselves, was that kind of frustrating and sort of give you a little incentive?
You go right ahead. You go ahead.
I volunteered all 3 days, and, you know, just looking at the girls, watching the top players play and everything, and, you know, we're not that far off at all. And I think what really happened to us during the last season, because as my perspective, I looked at the players and I really saw their talent. I really saw that, you know, our game, what we can do. And it wasn't really different between Alabama, between, you know, all the top players. And, you know, it was unfortunate that we didn't make it, but I learned a lot by just watching the players, and we definitely should make it this year. There's without a doubt in my mind. We have great girls. We have a great bond. Hopefully we could just put it together mentally and physically and, you know, make it.
How nice does that make it, going out there and training and playing every day with people you enjoy playing with?
It's awesome. It's, you know, like our family, and we make great experiences, we laugh, we have a good time, and have that appreciation, it just makes the golf game so much easier. There's, you know, not a lot of pressure, and we just go out there and enjoy the game, which is nice.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.